Why won't the town council give us a shelter?
Good evening.
I am talking to you, Stu. Thank you for coming, and thank you for your advocacy.
I'm very happy to be here. Our town of North Hempstead has just been given $200,000 by the State Companion Grant Fund to be used for the kennels at the dog shelter. I have great respect for the administration at the dog shelter, but the shelter is in a state of disrepair as well as being situated on a landfill. It is quite probable that the town will require significant additional money from our $30 million capital fund. In fact, I'm surprised not to see it over there tonight, for additional improvements and necessary repairs at the dog shelter. Let's put this in an overall perspective. Rather than build a new shelter, admitting both dogs and cats, we are choosing to keep plugging endless gaps in a decrepit dog shelter sitting atop a landfill. And Mr. Senator, we are continually letting innocent cats suffer and die on the streets for absolutely no reason. It is incredibly callous to assert that we are not required by law to admit cats, only dogs. The stated rationale for this is that dogs can be dangerous when approached, whereas cats will run away from any possible confrontation. Cayman started this situation. Bosworth, while being very pleasant about it, did absolutely nothing to alleviate it. And Mr. Senator, you are turning your back on untold suffering. North Hempstead is one of the wealthiest towns in the country. We support countless programs that are not required by law. An example, of course, being planting bonuses for homeowners, rain barrel programs that are of no use to many constituents, too heavy for many women and the elderly, and no use to renters. As wealthy as this town is, it's the only town on Long Island with no cat shelter. We like to think of ourselves as a progressive, caring town harboring prejudice to none. It is worth knowing that even those homeowners who don't like cats don't want them in their yard. Mating season is noisy. No one wants to see these dying and sick animals on their streets. It offends our sensibilities. Yet this administration turns its back on the horrendous situation and chooses to pretend it doesn't exist. I urge all cat owners in this town to consider that 40% of pet owners in New York State own cats. Our hope is to get a cat shelter and medical treatment for cats injured on the streets rests on two premises. A, electoral change in November. We will never get a cat shelter with an administration that turns a blind eye to their suffering on the streets. In an attempt to bring this about, we will be spreading awareness at all relevant town events, which will be happening very shortly. I am reaching out to all those that have cats as pets. You are entitled to the same consideration as dog owners, yet you are not even remotely being treated equally. If you suffer severe illness or tragically pass away, your cat will not be taken in by the town. If, however, you have a dog, it will be taken in by the shelter and hopefully readopted to a good home. If your family member, if you're fortunate enough to have one, cannot or will not take in your cat, it will likely be euthanized, or if a house cat will be set loose on the street to fend for itself, an impossible situation for a house cat. This town will ignore your dire plight and hide behind the technicality in the law. To all cat owners, realize that the saying "not in our town" does not mitigate prejudice against cat owners. Your only power is at the ballot box. See you in November.
Right before you walk away, Stuart, get the applause. Get the applause. I just want to say that you mentioned John Kamen.
Yes, I did.
And hadn't John Kamen suggested that the town euthanize cats?
All I know what John Kamen did was they had started to actually build a shelter. He diverted $130,000 away. I won't even speculate as to what happened to it. And the town ended up getting sued, and successfully sued, and had to pay out $130,000 in a settlement. Ed, you're shaking your head.
Thank you.
I applaud you for coming up and
Thank you.
being. I do. You keep bringing up the rain barrels. The rain barrels cost us nothing. Cost the town
Okay.
nothing.
And
Right? I just want to straighten that
Right.
out for the record.
Well, the point of that is that's fine. But the point of it is that there are many, many programs that are not required by law that we have.
All right,
to
so I
say
just
that
want
it's
to
not
go on the
required
record
by
that the
law-
rain barrels are not one of them, okay?
Okay, we'll skip the rain barrels in the future.
Thank you.
And by the way, the plant, the $350 that people can get for their plants, that's also a grant. That's not taxpayer money.
None of that is coming out of tax money?
No.
Okay,
It's-
that's fine. But
right,
the-
it's
the
through a
general
grant.
i- it's the-
Thank you.
it's the general idea. You're welcome.
Okay.